That's what's called octopus. When you see an octopus in the water, you'll see an octopus will have a leg here, leg there, leg there, and leg there, and leg there, and leg there, and leg there. And there will be what's called weeping in the night, and joy will come in the morning. And that is why when everything happening and the Lord keep on telling Major Prophet God, people should continue to pray and continue to trust God. The country and everywhere, the peace of God must reign. And that which God has predestined for us, nothing that God has predestined that shall be cut away. Use money and buy a monkey, or use money and use a monkey and get money. It's the same language, but something in between is not proper. Use money and buy a monkey, or use monkey and get money. These are two things. This is one thing, but in two ways. And when it comes to one thing in two ways, it means that what's called in the realm of the spirit, this was called in the realm of the spirit, that's what's called octopus. When you see an octopus in the water, you'll see an octopus will have a leg here, leg there, leg there, and leg there, and leg there, and leg there, and leg there. And somebody says, cut off the leg of the octopus. Cut off one leg of the octopus. Cut off the leg of the octopus. Just put it that way. Cut off the leg of the octopus. And you go, the one that is as far as eastward, you went there and you cut it. And the octopus disappears. And tomorrow you see octopus, you see the legs are still intact. You'll be asking yourself, what happened there? I think I cut off the leg of the octopus. The reason why you're asking such a question, because you don't know how many legs that octopus has. Octopus does not have one leg. Octopus does not have two legs. Octopus don't have three legs. Neither is it four. But there are multiple legs depending on the species of the octopus. And because of the species of the octopus, you cannot be able to ascertain or dictate how many legs that the octopus has. And this is one of the reasons why in the sea, when you see an octopus flying in the sea or swimming in the sea, the way the octopus will turn in the water and the way the octopus will move in the water will be so amazing and so surprising to every diver that dives into the high sea. You'll see the octopus will come immediately, and the octopus will do as if it's going this way, and before you know it, it will twinkle and anywhere the octopus wants to go, because it has the ability to make use of any of the legs to take any direction that the octopus wants to take. Major prophet of God is a prophet of the whole world. And by the grace of God, if I begin to go on what's called the wisdom of God, the wisdom of God is greater than the wisdom of man. Let the peace of God reign. Let the will of God be done. Let whatever God has for the universe, for his people, for his children, let it be. But Major prophet of God getting his record straight. Whatever anybody is shouting today, oh, did that, it's not a thing of today. This is a thing of what's called October end and 2nd of November to 3rd. These are the things that has happened before now. But Major prophet of God, see at the realm of the spirit and look at the terrains and begin to pray for peace of God all over the world. Because we have a bigger project. And what's the project? The project is that the whole world should come to the knowledge of Christ. The whole world should recognize the gift of God upon the earth. The gift of God to humanity. What God has predestined for humanity. All of these things we are chasing. Let me tell you, the destiny of a lot of nations will be tied down until the day that the sun will arise. Many destinations and many destiny of a lot of people and a lot of nations and a lot of tribes will be tied down until the day the sun will arise. And when the sun rises, the stars will shine. and the glory will fill the face of the earth. And what a human being cannot understand will begin to happen. And I need to pray a special prayer. This prayer is not for anybody but the people of Africa. Africa, my prayer for you is that your rising sun will never be stopped, so that your star can shine all over the world, because Africa has been a place where the beginning and the happening of everything has started. When Jesus was upon the face of the earth, a day came and the enemy was looking for Jesus, and immediately the angels came and said, take Jesus to Africa, because Africa is a place of hide. A place of hide. I'll take him to Africa. And immediately Jesus was smuggled to Africa. And Jesus was right here in Africa, and Pharaoh passed away. Pharaoh and all, and Herod and the rest of them. Look at me calling Pharaoh. I'm talking about Herod and all his enemies passed away. And when the time came, Jesus was brought a news to come back. And Jesus come back to the land of Israel, to the land of Jew. And the gospel was preached. And souls, deliverance of humanity, and all the purpose of God for humanity was accomplished. So, major prophet of God is still in the opinion of prayer. We must not give up in prayer, because the destiny of Africa is the major reason of all the things happening, the insurgents, all the things here and there, everything, all the trouble here and there is because of the destiny of Africa. Because if these things are amicably and quietly and justly, and everything is properly done, I have not seen anywhere on the face of the earth that will be like this part of Africa. I'm not seeing anywhere that will be like this part of Africa. And so the enemy will not fold his hands and allow you, the Africa, to shine, or allow you, the country, to rise, or allow you, the country, this very country, Nigeria or whatever, to now be who God said it should be. So you have to learn how to now come and stop make mistakes, because the text that makes somebody to quickly begin to wash what's called underwears in the marketplaces. Somebody goes to the marketplaces, all the underwears in the marketplace, where everybody will say, oh, how dirty is your clothes? What's this, that? Nigeria should not make such mistake again. They should quick as possible, to choose the part of what's called the path of peace and what is right, and let the light shine and let darkness disappear. Major prophet of God, I am a prophet that God has given grace, and we are able to look at the spiritual realm and see the future and seeing what is right there in the future. But we will not give up in prayers, because I know the destiny of so many countries in Africa, countries in Europe, countries in Asia, countries in Australia, countries in South and North America, and different countries that are contained in this very continents are waiting for the light to shine. And the light is here. The light is here. The light will shine, and darkness will not comprehend. And so, major prophet of God, I am not in the mood of panic. I am not troubled, because I know that whatever God has predestined is sure and the sure and the sure. And so you should join in prayers. Let the will of God be done. Let the light shine and let darkness disappear. Let what God has proposed for his children be accomplished. The enemies of this part of Africa that want to make sure that this Africa does not rise, that make sure that this part of the nation, this part of the world, do not see the glory, that want to make sure that this part of the world did not rise and shine. We must pray that God should step in and show his mercy. Show his mercy, because it is only the mercy of God and the grace of God and the love of God and the favor of God is what will help us to rise above this very limitation